In this webcast, I'd like to introduce you to how you can use MarvinSketch to create visualizations for your mechanism challenges. The easiest way to access the MarvinSketch interface that you'll use to create visualizations for mechanism challenges is probably through the Toolbox section of the Chem 332 wiki. Just click the Toolbox link from the home page and find JMOL and MarvinSketch interface down here at the bottom. Clicking this link will bring you to the home page of the JMOL and MarvinSketch interface, and if you've never used it before, then you'll see login and sign up at the upper right here. If you haven't signed up yet, please go ahead and do that for an account of your own using your UIUC NetID as your username, but if you've signed up to create P3 replays, then you already have an account that works with this interface. Just use your username and password from that on the interface and you'll be able to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with my username and password. You'll know that you're logged in when you see your username appear in the upper right, and if you've logged in before and elected to have the page remember you, then you'll be logged in automatically when you access the page. To access MarvinSketch, you can either click on your username and click MarvinSketch, or you can click the MarvinSketch logo on the home page. And after the page loads, you'll be brought to a page like this, which includes the MarvinSketch window along with any autosave structure that you've been working on, as well as on the right hand panel an uploader for any files that you've created locally using MarvinSketch on your desktop, as well as a section for saving the window contents to a file on the server. So any files that you've uploaded or saved through the web interface will appear here in this list. What I'd like to focus on for this webcast is an example from one of the previous webcasts in this lesson about the cycloaddition reaction between the unsaturated ester and the diene, which is what you're seeing in the MarvinSketch window right here. In particular, we noted in one of the previous webcasts that there were two possible mechanisms, one involving polar intermediates, not shown, and a concerted mechanism like the one you're looking at here. What we'd like to do is use MarvinSketch to illustrate the mechanism that is supported by the experimental data and the one that's not. So the first thing we're going to do to start this process off is actually build the two mechanisms in MarvinSketch. And I'll go through this pretty quickly because you'll be able to pick up on MarvinSketch quite quickly because it's the same software used to power ACE Organic. So I've gone ahead and created a MarvinSketch image that shows the two mechanisms, concerted and polar, side by side here, with a box around the polar intermediate that's unsupported, containing positive and negative charges within it. And remember that that was unsupported by the solvent effect studies that we discussed, and so this mechanism is not likely based on that experimental information. With the MRV in place, what I'll use is the Save Window Contents area to get this in a file on the server that I can access later and that I can embed on the wiki. And so for a file name, specify the semester as well as your team number and then a unique name for the file itself. And you don't need to add .mrv or anything like that. In fact, the text box won't allow you to add those characters. Just letters, numbers, and dashes, and give a little description to the file so that you know what it is. That's going to appear in your list of files here, and you can click on these to expand them out. And then once you're done, click Save MRV File, and after some time to upload, you'll get a message that tells you that the figure is able to be embedded and should now appear in your list of files. After the page reloads, you can click the file to load it in the MarvinSketch window, and more important for us, you can use the embed link to place it on your wiki page. Copy the entire code listed under that Confluence Wiki markup heading that you see right there, and then head to your wiki page to embed the file. Now for a mechanism challenge, you'll want to have text surrounding this, so make sure to place it in a location that's appropriate. But to simply lay down the MarvinSketch, all you have to do is paste in the code, give this a title, and you don't need to change anything else. After you click Save, what you'll see is a little cloaked area, cloaked heading, including the title that you specified, and you have the ability to click on this to make the MarvinSketch image appear. It doesn't load by default, but if you click on this image, that will be replaced by a MarvinSketch window that can then be exploded into an editable MarvinSketch area. If you need help getting started with MarvinSketch or you're technically stuck somewhere, don't hesitate to send me an email or check out the frequently asked questions pages on the Molmodac wiki space. We don't want technology to be a barrier to expressing yourself for the Molmodac project, and so we're available to help you with any technical issues that you may come across throughout the project.